Hi, I'm Fran, one of the dietitians that works here at Constant Health. And in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about tracking. Now, before you turn the video off, I first want to start by talking about what tracking isn't. Tracking should not be a tool that makes you feel guilty about the way you eat. I can also guarantee that none of the dietitians here have a big red marker pen telling you what you should and should not be eating, because there's no such thing as good and bad foods. What tracking is a tool. It's something that can help you collect data. And that's what we're doing here. We're collecting data to see what different changes or what experiments you're putting in place have the best outcome or work for you. Keeping a note of the foods you eat, when you eat them, and importantly, how you feel about eating them. Are they satisfying you? Are you feeling full, or do you feel overly restricted? Is a really important way of gathering information to find out what dietary changes are helpful and some of those ones that maybe don't work for you. Collecting the data on your app will allow us to work together, both your health coach and your dietitian, and most importantly you, to review the facts and figures and see, are we moving towards those health goals? Is this a sustainable change? Are you happy with what you're eating? There are some of the great reasons to track too. Tracking or keeping a food diary, having a look at the nutritional content of different foods can make you more aware of the foods that you're eating. This shouldn't mean that you stop eating them, but we can be more mindful about the quantities, the times or the frequency that you may choose to eat them. Tracking can also play an important part in weight maintenance, as it allows us to get an overview of the foods you're eating, and we can start to look if changes occur over longer periods of time. Being accurate with tracking can be helpful too. Weighing using grams and ounces or household measurements such as cups and tablespoons can help you and have a better overview and understand more about the nutritional content of what you're eating. I mean, for myself, I love peanut butter and I have it for my breakfast almost every day. Before I weighed it, I had a guess, thought maybe I'm having 2 tablespoons on my toast. Hey, I'll tell you, when I did weigh it, it was more like 4. And these type of misjudgments of trying to weigh things with our eyes happen frequently throughout the day, and they can make a really big difference to that overall data that you're getting when you're reviewing that with your dietitian. Historically, tracking might have been thought as something that makes you feel restricted or just plain miserable. But actually, at Constant Health, we use tracking to break dieting rules because all food fits. We shouldn't just be sticking to diet foods or those that are perhaps really healthy, because when you get an overview of what you're eating, you can find that, hey, you can still enjoy the foods you've always loved. In the beginning, it can take a little while tracking, but it's like any skill or starting anything new. You'll get quicker over time, but there are a few top tips we can share with you. So in the app, use the voice recording function. It recognises my voice, so it'll recognise yours. It'll save you lots of time, particularly when you may be entering recipes or regular meals that you have. But if you are struggling and tracking's taking you lots of time and you're finding it to be too much of a chore, get in touch with the health coach or let the dietitian know in your next appointment, as there's lots of different tips and strategies we can put in place to make it work for you. So I hope I've convinced you, or at least made you think a little bit more about tracking. It really doesn't need to be all that bad. In fact, it's a tool that you have in your health toolkit, something you can use to help meet those health goals that you've set. Collecting data, sharing it with us, and using it to really understand how food fits around your lifestyle, how your appetite fluctuates throughout the day, can help you make sustainable and long-lasting changes that you enjoy and get the results that you were hoping for.